Alright, this is your spray. I don't have very much left, but normally it comes up to about right here when I have it, you know, when I just make the spray. This is 8 ounces of water, and for every 8 ounces of water, you do 4 tablespoons of polyacrylic. And I'll show you that tub in just a second. But you take it and you spray it where you're going to spray the, or where you're going to press the image on. I mean, it's better to overspray than underspray. So, just in the general area where you think you're going to put your image, unless it's a bleached shirt, and then obviously you know where you're going to put it. And then I'm going to do little things on the shoulder and the bottom of the shirt. Just 1 second. And then it just has to be wet to the touch, like when you touch it, it has to be damp. So you're going to do 8 ounces of cold water. I ended up needing more, I ran out of my spray, so I'm going to show you how to make it real quick. You do 8 ounces, excuse my dirty counters. And you pour that in your bottle. I don't know if it actually matters that it's cold, but they said it does, so I've just been doing cold. Nope, but they said cold. Now that you have your water, you're going to put 4 tablespoons of polyacrylic in and shake well. After you've sprayed your shirts, you're going to let them dry. This one still looks soaked, but it's barely damp. It's just because it's gray. It looks a lot more wet than it is. But you're going to either let them dry all the way or let them get mostly dry. And then you're going to put them on the press. Maybe, shoot, don't burn yourself. And then you're going to get a, I think this is Teflon, nylon, whatever this is called. You're going to want to use a different piece than you normally press your other stuff with, or you can use butcher paper, and you can use a couple pieces of that, and you're going to put it over your image, and your press needs to be set to 320 degrees for 30 seconds, and you're going to press that for 30 seconds. And then when that's pressed, I did 3 different spots on mine. You're just going to press each spot that you did for that amount of time. And then I'll come back once I've pressed all 3 of those spots. While you're printing your pictures, another thing you can do is kind of like, if you want your shirt to dry quickly, instead of bringing it inside, to bring mine inside and finish spraying them, you can just lay it under the heat press and that'll help it dry. Like, you can dry them in the dryer, on a fan or whatever, but this is just kind of what I do. I'm going to do the final press now. This is your final press. This will be your 3rd press. Okay, now that your shirt's done, you've done 3 sprays, and each time in between you've pressed it. We're going to turn the temperature and the time up. Normally when you sublimate, you do 400 for like 60 seconds, but with this, so you don't get scorching, you're going to turn it up to 385. Well, nope, I went to 400. And then your time is going to be 70 seconds. Then you're going to let that warm up. Okay, so it's up the temp now, and I've already printed my images. So, I'm going to show you how, I'm sure, you know, some of you may know already how to do this to center it properly, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in the video. So you're going to fold your shirt completely in half. You're going to put a crease. And straighten it back out. And then your paper, you're going to go at the top and the bottom. And make sure it's lined up. You're going to do a little crease at the top. Little crease at the bottom. Again, make sure it's lined up properly. And then make sure your image is definitely right side up, because I've been a lot better not. And then you're going to go, for an adult shirt, you're going to go about 4 fingers down, 3 to 4. I go 4 mostly, depending on what size the shirt is. And then you're going to line it up with, let me just scoot my shirt up a little bit. You're going to line it up with those lines. And then you are going to put your piece down that you normally use for all your other sublimation shirts. You're going to put it down. And you're going to press it for 70 seconds. While I'm waiting on that to press, I'm going to take the little patches that I did and I'm just going to kind of cut them out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of make them smaller so I can tell what I'm doing. So now those are ready. Time to take this off. Oh, that turned out so pretty. You're gonna get your, if you only do the center part, then at this point you're done. But I'm gonna do the sleeve and the bottom of the shirt. So you're going to take your image and you're going to kind of line it up wherever you want it. I want mine about here. And then you're going to take your paper, put it back on. Make sure when you slide your paper, try not to slide it because it'll move your image and you won't be where you want it anymore. And then repress. Alright, and this is the bottom. So that part's done. Here's the finished product. This is what it should look like. With the spray, it's gonna feel stiff to the touch, and that's normal. I let mine sit for at least 24 hours and then I flip it inside out and I wash it on delicate, and I've tested it. It doesn't wash out easy, so everything should be okay. A lot of people don't like the spray, but I swear by it, so